Okay, let's hypothesize. So imagine this for a second. You're just hanging out at a guitar store, just being chilling in the corner. Maybe you aren't playing those guitars because you're a weirdo or something. Instead, you're just chilling on your phone, doom scrolling Insta Reels, or checking out the latest Epstein files drop, or maybe looking at things you shouldn't be looking at in public. Hey, I don't know, man. I don't know if you're a freak. The freakiest freak in the whole freaking world. Anyway, you don't happen to notice that the store is oddly empty, and everyone is left without you. And you also might not hear the window breaking downstairs. Before you know it, a shadow looms over you, and then all of a sudden, boom! There is a masked criminal standing before you with a baseball bat, and he is looking angry. You have about 10 seconds to make a move and grab something to defend yourself, or else you'll end up being referred to in the past tense. Luckily for you, you were surrounded by the ultimate 6-stringed melee instrument, guitars. However, which do you take? Well, that's what this list is for. Have I overthought this one and maybe spent a bit too long thinking about a hypothetical scenario which will likely never happen? Perhaps. But r/hypothetical situations is a subreddit, and I'm not crazy. So today I will give you the top 10 best guitars to pick in this scenario for your own self-defense. At number 10 we have the Steinberger GL, and this is by far the worst guitar on here. Like, honestly, if you see this one, bro, just accept your fate and get L'd cause you ain't winning with this one. The minimalistic design of this guitar reduces this thing basically down to a stick, bro. This is a stick, bro. The opponent is more likely to die of laughter than from the actual guitar, bro. Like, give it up. Honestly, you better off reaching for another guitar at this point. Like, it don't even have a grip for your hand, bro. Like, what are you doing? Number 9, the ukulele. Now, honestly, this thing is a little bit underrated. Why did I put this over the I'll order a salad stick of a guitar? Well, I'm glad you asked. Firstly, you can dual wield these bad boys. Like, 2 weapons is already better than 1. However, in close combat, these guys are only roundhouse finishes if you happen to have a black belt in close quarters knife combat. Like, John Wick could do some serious damage with these things, but you probably won't. Instead, I'd argue these bad boys work best as ranged projectiles. They weigh less than a kilogram, so a good well-timed lob could knock your enemy out. Just work on your forearm beforehand and this could be an easy fight. Number 8, the acoustic guitar. Now, I think this guitar is a pretty decent one, if nothing else is around. The relatively light weight of this guitar makes it easy to handle, so even weak and small people will be able to use this one relatively easily. However, this is also its largest downside. Like, being made of wood means this guitar at best will probably just, like, I don't know, annoy your opponent. Even a well-timed smash over the head will likely only stun them momentarily, so it's probably best to make a run for it after you hit them. Still, being the most common guitar on this list, you'll probably be able to find heaps of them in the guitar store, so who knows, maybe those bruises, maybe the bruise damage will add up. Like, I don't know, I'm not a doctor. A bonus point for the funny sound it makes as your opponent gets clobbered over the head. Like, they'll be sure to lose some aura going out in this cartoony ass way. Number 7, the Stratocaster and Telecaster. I'm sure if y'all have a beginner guitar at home, it will probably be this one. And if you at a guitar store, this thing will be literally everywhere, so it won't be hard to find one of these. This is kind of like the default dance of guitars. This is the first guitar on the list though that, if used right, could knock your opponent out with one clean hit, so work on your aim with this one. Number 6, the Les Paul and the Gibson SG. So both of these guitars are basically classics. I've lumped these two together because you're basically going to be hitting the person with the exact same part of the guitar. It's large, round, and definitely a great bludgeoner of a weapon. Yeah, I like these guitars. Like, if I was a criminal, this would be the first guitar on the list that I would probably think twice about engaging with. The Gibson SG is pretty freaky looking, until you realize those spikes aren't going to do jack shit. Sadly, I don't see Angus Young winning too many fights with this one. However, all round, it is a pretty great weapon choice. Like, no matter where you get hit, this guitar is sure to leave your opponent bloody and bruised. Number 5, the Epiphone Flying V guitar. Now, my favorite guitar on the list. I can't get enough of these guitars. They are so epic. Now, this one is a very unique guitar, but I think it fares better than the others because of one simple aspect: intimidation. Imagine this, if your opponent takes this guitar off the rack, I'd think twice about going after it. The aura that this guitar emits is dangerous. This guitar is probably best to end fights before they begin. However, it still makes for a pretty decent weapon in combat too. And if you're feeling quite fancy, looking for a glory kill, you can always skewer them with the pointy head. your opponent will be looking like a kebab before they know what's up. Number 4, the BC Rich Warlock. Now, on first glance, this guitar may seem like it should easily be number 1. Its name alone already has enough aura. Actually, I've used that word too much. Let me pull up a synonym. Atmosphere. The BC Rich Warlock's name has enough atmosphere to smack your opponent to the gates of Valhalla. So yeah, with a name like that and a body shape that will make Satan quake in his boots, you might wonder why it's so low. Well, looks can be deceiving. If you really think about it, the only real contact points your guitar is going to be making with your enemy's head is these 2 bits. Assuming you're going for a batter-up home runner swing. However, it still gets some points for being spooky, even if I think the Flying V looked a bit scarier. Number 3, the Dean ML and the Dean Razorback. Off the bat, this guitar is sending you mixed messages. On one axis, this guitar is literally waving you over to fight him. And if the ops come marching towards you, then this guy will spin around and wallop you with this very same hand, likely leaving a massive dime bag shaped hole in your opponent's skull. Oh, and if you upgrade to the Razorback, maybe a lightning bolt shaped hole. So yeah, it's a good pick. Number 2, the Explorer. Speaking of picks, or axes I suppose, the Explorer is like the battle axes of guitars. This thing alone looks like it could take out the Twin Towers in 2 swings. So imagine what the opponent is thinking this will do to his kneecaps. It's literally the perfect weapon if you want to explore the inside of your opponent's head. Not quite hammer smashed face, but well, something along those lines. So what could possibly beat the Explorer? Well, first some honorable mention. The Fender Katana. I mean, do I dare say more? I mean, it's in the name. The Axe Heaven Steve I Ibanez Signature JEM Triple Neck W Scene I Pyramid Mini Guitar Replica Collectible SV 202. Okay, let me just get my breath real quick. If you use this guitar, your opponent will probably just straight up leave the fight. Because they can't fight a disabled person. Like, they just can't. Like, bro, you're just dumb if you pick this guitar up. Bro is sitting on the lower end of the IQ spectrum. Like, don't take this one. The Ypsilanti Shark Destroyer. The pickaxe of guitars. Forget mining bedrock, you could mine your opponent's arms, legs, and head if you really wanted to. So we come to number 1, the Jackson Rhodes. Oh yeah. This one is like the ultimate axe weapon. As you can see, the designers have even sharpened it for y'all. This is like the best weapon you can get on the more common side. And best of all, after the fight is over and the pieces of the guy are being mocked up, you'll probably drop that damn phone from the beginning of the video and realize the guitars are just awesome, man. Maybe one day they'll save your life. Much like Thanos after Infinity War, you can just plug that baby into the nearest amp, pull out a pick, all the bewildered spectators who disappeared but just showed up again, because why not? And then with full confidence, you'll play Enter Sandman. Oh no, yep, yeah, you just ruined the vibe.